What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Lex and thank you for clicking on today's video. Today I thought it would be super fun to give you guys my first impressions on some new fragrances that have been released. I actually have a pretty large perfume haul in general, but I decided to split it up. I wanted this video to focus more specifically on just some newer releases in general, probably the newest things that have just come out. And then my second perfume haul that I will post sometime after this is just going to be scents that are new to my collection in general. They may not be like brand new releases, or maybe they are some releases that I never got around to reviewing, but we're going to focus on the newest of releases, some of which literally just came out 2 days ago at the time of me filming this video. So I'm super excited. So if you guys are interested in hearing my first impressions, okay, this is not an in-depth review on all of these because I really have not given them all a full wear test, but I thought it would be fun to do my live first impressions on camera with y'all, and then of course update you guys as I wear these scents. So me saying these are my first impressions also means that my thoughts could change on these at any point in time the more that I wear them. Y'all know I also do declutters here on my channel. I decide I don't like it once I fully give it a wear test. Y'all know it will be getting decluttered and I will update y'all as I go, but please keep in mind that this again is a first impressions video. Without further ado, if you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, and all of those things, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave today's video, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so I figure we start with one that I actually have gotten to know a little bit. I already emptied a travel size of this, so I'm excited to go ahead and break into the full size bottle. I am number one kind of annoyed that Kayali has like changed their boxes. Like I really miss the boxes that were like shaped the same way as the bottle, and they were like, you know, harder. These are so annoying to open. When you try to open it, it literally rips. Anyways, now that I've gotten that out of the way, this is Kayali's most recent release, which I do have the vacation collection I want to review for you guys as well, because I got that kind of late in the game, but I'm going to do that in a completely separate video. So this is Kayali's Fleur Majesty Rose, which I can say, y'all, this bottle is absolutely gorgeous, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. So this one has notes of juicy pear, sweet peach, rose royale, pink peony, violet wood, and purple musk. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you guys, I absolutely love this scent. I know this kind of has like mixed reviews. I can kind of understand why, because a lot of people basically say that this is in the same family as Delina. I think that this is a great spin on Delina and Delina exclusive without smelling exactly like them, in my opinion. To me, you get this really sweet powdery pear rose combo. This honestly reminds me a lot of Givenchy's Irresistible. Like that's the first thing I personally thought of when I smelled this, and then I kind of got that Delina category as well. Another newer perfume that I have reviewed in the past that is in the same family as this is Fleur's Whipped Rose. It's kind of in that same family. Like this is just a really sweet, powdery, slightly soapy rose. I'm definitely getting that juicy pear and peach, and then of course that powdery rose, but I'm also getting a little hint of like the Kayali Vanilla 28 DNA, but more so how it's done in Deja Vu White Flower, which is another one of my favorite fragrances from Kayali. So this kind of has that same fruity floral essence as that perfume. And I feel like if you like Delina, if you like Delina exclusive, if you like Givenchy's Irresistible as well as Kayali's Deja Vu White Flower, this is kind of more of a rose forward take on that. And I personally really love this. I find this to be a beautiful scent. I don't have something in my collection that smells identical to this, so I'm very happy to have this. And also the bottle is just truly stunning, this like gradient ombre effect. So yeah, for my girlies who love a sweeter kind of powdery soapy rose fragrance, I wouldn't even necessarily classify this as super soapy, honestly. This is really just an easy reach, kind of on the more powdery fruity floral side. And I think it's really pretty, really beautiful, kind of a year-round fragrance to me, because while you would think something like this is more spring summer, I feel like the other notes in here make this very much a year-round transitional, any time of year type of scent that's just an easy reach that you can wear at any time. So yeah, it also kind of has a little bit of a nostalgic vibe, OG like Victoria's Secret body spray type of vibe, which I know that sounds like it's cheapening the fragrance, but that's kind of the mindset that this puts me in. Also, just something easy that you can throw on that is, for the most part, pretty inoffensive, that I think most people would like to smell. Is it a little repetitive? Yes. I think this is a great starter perfume, gifter perfume, or like all around everyday date night type of scent if you really just want a perfume that's going to cover all of your bases. I think it's a solid release, and I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. only for the fact that it's not super original, but otherwise I think it's a solid scent. So yeah, that is Kayali's Fleur Majesty Rose. Now this next fragrance is actually a niche fragrance. I was gifted this fragrance at a Fugazi event that was held here in New York, I want to say maybe a month or so ago, which is Orange Crush Extrate. And that is what it looks like right here. This is actually my first full-size Fugazi fragrance. I did have like a little set of all of the samples of a bunch of different ones, and I really love the Vanilla Haze and the Angel Dust. The original Orange Crush was like a third favorite for me because this is definitely a great like hot weather or just everyday layerable type of scent, or even something to wear to the gym. So it says orange, musk, pepperwood, and akigala wood. For this to be considered an extrate, this is still pretty close wearing to the skin to me. Like I don't get an insane scent bubble projection with this. This to me just smells like a really fresh, citrusy, woody second skin. Think things that are kind of in the same family as like Byredo's Gypsy Water in a way. It's not as necessarily sweet as that. It just still has that kind of clean, white musk with a little bit of citrus, and it overall just smells like a fresh, clean second skin. But this is definitely more pronounced on that citrus, so I do get a really fresh orange rind almost. Like if you were to zest an orange, it kind of gives me that vibe, or like orange essential oil, not necessarily like orange popsicle, orange creamsicle or whatever, which makes this work very well with the woody notes of this. I think this is a great unisex scent. I think this is a great layering fragrance. Would I say that this is giving me straight? Not necessarily, but I do think the scent DNA is a little bit different from the OG, to where it has something a little bit more woody added, and that pink pepper is just kind of grounding it a little bit more and making it smell pronounced, I guess you could say, because the original Orange Crush definitely kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit for me. So yeah, if you are into those kind of unisex leaning, fresher, citrusy, pink pepper, woody type of scents that literally works year round, or you can layer with anything, I do think this is a solid release, and I'm excited to keep playing around with this one. This is definitely one that can transition you out of like summer and into fall. So yeah, that is Fugazi's Orange Crush Extrate. Now this next one, y'all, I am just way overdue in actually reviewing on a video for you guys, but I did post this on my community tab when it originally came out. I've already emptied a travel size of this, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this and can tell you guys like more than my first impression. So this is none other than one of Snif's newest releases and the most recent collaboration with Alex L, which is Snif's Gentle Reminder. You guys have been here, y'all already know I'm a huge fan of Snif's Heal the Way. I have emptied a bottle of that and repurchased it, and this is very much in the same vein as that. I feel like this was such a good follow-up to that scent. So this one has top notes of sugar, milk, dates, and black tea, middle notes of purple yam, lavender, and base notes of Palo Santo. So it has a very similar composition to Heal the Way, which is a pistachio, Palo Santo, just kind of creamy, sweeter fragrance. And this is in the same family as that. I definitely get such a warm, creamy, sweet milk. Like the dates in the milk I absolutely get in the opening of this, but the black tea and the Palo Santo in here, and even the lavender, like I feel like everything comes together in such a way to where this is gourmand, but it has something very unique, kind of earthy, a little resinous about this that makes this still smell like a fragrance. So this just smells like a perfumey milk boba tea. Like I have no idea how else to explain that, but it just smells so good, so comforting and calming. Like calling this Gentle Reminder is literally the perfect name, because it just smells like a sweet, gentle, like comforting nudge, or like a hug. Like you're literally cozying up with some Earl Grey tea with like a splash of milk, and you're in front of your fireplace or something, but you're not getting like smoke, you're just getting this kind of woody sensation or woody scent from the firewood itself. It just smells so good, y'all. It brings me comfort, it brings me joy. This is another one, it's not super beast mode, but I was finding that I was getting a lot of compliments on this scent. I pretty much emptied the travel size of this in one day. So yeah, I'm excited, especially now that we're going into fall. I think this is gonna smell so amazing, like in the air and just layered with other things. It's just so comforting and just so cozy. Like I absolutely love this. So yeah, I'm excited to play around with this one a little bit more. Also, I am an affiliate with Snif, so if you guys want to shop directly on their website, you absolutely can do that, because I don't know if this particular flanker has made it into Ulta stores yet. I know Heal the Way is in there, but I don't know if this one is in there. So of course I will have this linked in the description box, as well as a pinned comment. You can get a discount code if you use my code, which I greatly appreciate, because that is another free way to support my channel if you guys were going to make a purchase. So anyways, yes, that is Snif's Gentle Reminder. This one I'm gonna give like a 10 out of 10 because I just love just the scent of this. It's just so well done. It has a great sillage that's not choking me out, because I really don't like super beast mode scents lately. I don't reach for those as much because I like things that I can wear on a regular basis. And this is one of those scents to me, so I can absolutely see myself emptying this bottle soon. And then that's going to lead me to follow up with Snif's newest release, which is Sweet Tooth. This is from their New Notes line, so I know for sure this one is not in stores because this is a part of their like secret menu. So again, I will have this linked for you guys. A ride on a dollar horse through the Swedish candy aisle of your dreams. This scent is bursting with juicy watermelon and an electric tang of raspberry. Y'all know I'm a gourmand girly, and this sounds like it's going to smell like straight up candy. I don't recall if I had a sample of this. I don't even think I used it. So this one is genuinely a first impression. I have not worn this one. I actually don't think I've worn any of the rest of these, so everything else is going to be purely first impressions, y'all. I just wanted to talk about the ones I have actually already worn. So this is very much giving a sour candy. It instantly reminds me of one of my favorite candies. Like I literally have a bag of these in my room right now. Sour Patch watermelon candies. Yeah, it smells literally like I just stuck my head in a bag of those Sour Patch watermelon candies. Like I eat them so often that the smell is just kind of ingrained. I know that's terrible, y'all. I shouldn't be telling y'all I eat so much candy. I have a major sweet tooth, so this literally smells like those to me. I'm also getting a little bit of a kind of like a powdery floral as it's drying down. So it smells like candy, but it also smells like perfume, which is good because I know not everybody wants to just be walking around smelling like a bag of candy. So yeah, I'm excited to keep playing around with this one. I do really like how it smells. I don't know how often I'm gonna want to reach for a scent like this, especially since we're now about to start going into the cooler months. This is definitely something I probably would have reached for throughout the spring and summer, but I just had not gotten a chance to wear this one. But I think this would actually layer really well with a bunch of different like Bath & Body Works mist, Sol de Janeiro mist. This has that kind of fruity, fun, candy-like sweetness. And this would also probably layer really well with any type of floral scent as well, because I'm getting some type of a powdery floral, like an iris or like one of those purple florals that kind of has a little bit of that lipstick vibe. So yeah, it smells like Sour Patch. It smells like the watermelon one specifically. It also smells a little bit like Swedish Fish, which is one of the notes in here. But then I'm also getting a very delicate, kind of cakey, cosmetic, powdery floral in the background, which I also really enjoy. So I'm gonna play around with this one a little bit more and update you guys. But yeah, if you like the scent DNA that I just described and you want something really fun and fruity and like candy sweet, I think this is a solid release from Snif, and I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Now, the next newer release that I just have not gotten around to sharing with you guys, I was actually gifted this fragrance at a YouTube event that I went to a couple months ago. So this is the newest Glossier U Fleur. Love these lavender bottles, so cute. Top notes of salt, middle notes of apricot, cashmere, and ylang ylang, and osmanthus, and base notes of ambroxan. If you guys are not familiar with the Glossier U line in general, it's pretty much that second skin musk type of DNA. I really like scents like that, so I'm very curious to see, because this also has a bunch of other notes that I really like. Like I love osmanthus, I love apricot, I love ylang ylang, I love salt. I love all of the notes that are in here basically. So hopefully this does me right. I really like this. I immediately got the salt. It also reminds me a little bit of Ellis Brooklyn salt. Like it has that very salty skin opening, but I'm definitely getting the apricot and the osmanthus. It's giving it like that peachy sweetness. It's not juicy, I would say, like the meat of a peach. That's kind of what I'm getting here, and something a little powdery and green. I really like this. If you like the OG U, this is kind of like a more feminine, slightly fruity leaning version of that. The salt to me almost fades instantly, and I'm really just left with that kind of ambroxan like second skin musk with a touch of something kind of fruity and sweet, but not like overtly sweet, like syrupy sweet. It's more of just the, like I said, the meat of a peach or something. and it smells nice. This is one that would obviously be super easy to wear every day or layer with things. I'm curious to see what it's actually compared to Fragrantica, because it's reminding me of something and I can't think of what it is right now. Yes, Lettuce 22 Orris, another second skin musk scent that I absolutely love, but I feel like Lettuce 22 Orris is a little bit sweeter and more powdery, I would say. It does smell really similar to that. If you already have the OG, I feel like this is different enough to where you could own both, but also you probably don't need both. And if you want something that's more feminine and a little bit sweeter, has a little bit more of a full body profile and not just that second skin musk, I do think this is really, really pretty. And I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10 as well. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this video, y'all. And we are going to be talking about some of the newest releases in this video. First one is going to be Net's Lemon Puff, which if you guys are familiar with me and my channel, y'all know I love any type of lemon gourmand scent. So when I saw this was being released, I was super, super excited. And this was also gifted to me by the brand, so just needed to throw that out there. So this one has top notes of lemon heart, bergamot, and neroli, middle notes of meringue accord, orange flower, jasmine sambac, and base notes of sandalwood, bitter almond, white musk, and vanilla bean. Those notes had me so excited. I was like very, very anxious to try this. So I smelled it when I first got it. And I have to say, I was a little disappointed with what I smelled, just judging from the notes and what I was expecting and like the marketing and everything. This is what she looks like. And I actually do really love Net's fragrances. I have a couple of faves from them. I love the Vanille, I love Coco Flor, and I also really, really love the Pear Jam. I have not gotten a chance to actually purchase that one yet, but that is one that I really love the smell of. So I was very excited to try this out as a lemon gourmand lover. And like I said, y'all, it was not what I expected. And the first time I sprayed this, I was kind of like, I don't even know if I'm going to keep this, girl. So let's smell it again and see if my thoughts have changed, because that was maybe a month ago now. So the opening of this, very, very citrus forward. Okay, I was really expecting something in the same family as Devotion, Lyra, Acros Bake, like something in that family, just from the notes, like lemon, you know, meringue, accord, almond, like you would think that is going to be very sweet and gourmand. The main accords of this, the top two, which are the most prominent, are citrus and white floral. And then it says aromatic, floral, powdery, almond, sweet, fresh, spicy, woody. To me, this is not a fragrance I would consider gourmand at all. And I kind of wish the marketing for this, like all of the little pastries and things they were using, I kind of wish the marketing for it was different, because this is definitely more of a citrus, white floral, like true perfume smelling scent to me. And that doesn't mean that it smells bad. It's just not really what I was expecting, especially based off of the notes. Some of the fragrances that it is compared to, it has Dama Bianca on here, it has Devotion on here, and it has a lot of other like sweeter citrus forward fragrances. I would classify all of the ones that it's being compared to on Fragrantica. They're definitely more of the gourmand category, I would say. For me, the opening of this, I instantly get a very sharp, citrusy, zesty lemon bergamot. I feel like you really do have to like true citrus fragrances. If you guys have ever smelled Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, I feel like it has a similar opening, but it's even more citrus heavy and not as sweet. So if you didn't like Devotion, you definitely would probably not like this unless you truly love a citrusy white floral fragrance, because I'm getting lemon and jasmine in the opening. This truly just smells like a really pretty girl perfume. This smells like a perfume I would reach for like in the summertime or in the springtime if I'm about to go on a date or brunch. This also puts me in the same mindset of like a Versace fragrance, like a bright crystal, a yellow diamond. It's in that same citrusy white floral perfume territory. It's definitely not gourmand, I would say. As it dries down though, I do start to get the vanilla, the meringue, and the almond, and it overall just becomes a lot more smooth, a lot more creamy. I would still not say that it gives me gourmand at any point. It really just turns into a more creamy citrus floral, if that makes sense. And it smells nice. It's just not what I was expecting. So if you are a girly who loves a scent that truly smells like a perfume, that has a really beautiful jasmine and citrus combination, I do think this is good. But I think a lot of the girlies probably expect from the name that this is going to smell like a lemon pastry, a lemon pie, and it is absolutely not giving me that. But it does still smell really, really nice. It's also just not something I'm probably gonna wanna reach for, especially now that we're going into the fall and winter months. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more, but in my opinion, if I were to hold this up next to, say, Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, it is about that time of year for me to do an audit of my fragrance collection and get rid of things that I'm just not going to wear, or things that I have too many duplicates of. I feel like if I had to put this head to head with Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion or Lyra or any other lemon gourmand fragrance in my collection, I would probably give this one the boot, because it's not necessarily what I would reach for if I was in the mood for that type of scent, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So anyways, those are my thoughts on Net's Lemon Puff. Again, it smells nice. It's just not what I was expecting. I was definitely expecting the next big lemon gourmand, and that is not what it is, but it is still a nice fragrance. It's just not my particular desired scent profile, I would say. So I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10 right now. All right, y'all, now this one, when I tell y'all, the last 3 in this video literally just got delivered today. So when I tell y'all this is truly a first impression, it is a first impression. So let's get into the box. This is the newest Ariana Grande fragrance, Plush Vanilla. And this is in the same kind of like bottle and packaging as the Love Notes one, which I smelled that in store one day and I really did like it. So I need to revisit it and see if that's one I want to add to my collection. But obviously, as a vanilla girly, as a gourmand lover, when I saw that she released a vanilla one, I was like, girl, I need that. And also it's purple. Like, I have all these just gorgeous purple bottles in my collection right now. So this one is from the Love Notes collection. So this one has notes of vanilla macaron, cashmere woods, and amber crystals. I'm not even gonna pull up Fragrantica yet, because if it does remind me of something, I want to see if I can figure it out before we go and do a deep dive. So can we open it? Oh my god, life is chaotic right now, truly. I try to open it pretty sometimes, just in the event that I want to like resell it if I have to declutter it, but girl, we're just gonna have to take the plastic off this thing. Have Ari on the back. Whew, we got her out. Oh my god, y'all, this bottle is so heavy. Okay, so boom, beautiful purple. I love purple. That's like probably my second or third favorite color. That is also my birthstone, amethyst. Oh, don't love the sprayer right now. Okay, there we go. There we go. It comes out a little weird. The atomizer could definitely be a little bit better. But okay. I feel like I need to spray this on skin right now. I'm definitely getting, this smells very familiar. Like, I'm sure it's already being compared to something on Fragrantica. So it's kind of putting me in the mindset of a little bit of Commodities Gold. It has that same almost kind of aromatic vanilla in the opening. Yeah. This smells very much like that to me. Oh, but on skin, it's definitely a lot sweeter. So this is definitely one of those fragrances, y'all, like, and honestly, with a lot of fragrances in general, you probably want to test it on skin. But of course, with this being my first impression of these, I'm testing it on a tester strip, and then I will update you guys as I wear them. But this pulls a lot sweeter on skin to me. On paper, I'm not getting as much of the sweetness, but on skin, I'm definitely getting the vanilla macaron. Like, I'm getting something kind of cakey and doughy and sweet. And it smells really, really nice. So now let's hop on Fragrantica and see what she is compared to. So the main accords are vanilla, woody, sweet, amber, powdery, balsamic, and musky. I don't really get anything musky. I'm really just getting kind of this cake-like fluffy vanilla, and as it's settling down, I'm getting that more and more. So I definitely get the vanilla macaron and a hint of like this smooth cashmere kind of vibe. Okay, so it's compared to Vanilla Skin by Fleur, which I love and own, both the fragrance mist as well as the perfume. Also Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla, another favorite of mine. Bonfire Bash from Bath & Body Works, love that scent, but it doesn't necessarily remind me of that a ton. It's maybe has the same kind of creaminess, but yes, that's the other thing it reminds me of, y'all. It reminds me of the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 59. Strangely enough, that is also in a purple bottle. So this is sweeter than that, but it's kind of in the same scent family where it has this kind of woody, sexy vanilla. This is just done in a more playful, almost gourmand way. Especially on skin, I'm getting a really sweet, cakey macaron mixed with this really nice sandalwood and this kind of smooth cashmere type of vibe. It kind of gives me Cheirosa 59, mixed with Commodities Gold and like an added sweet macaron note, if that makes sense. So this is definitely for my sweet girlies, my sweet lovers. If you love a sweeter scent, I personally don't feel like it gives me straight up Fleur Vanilla skin. I feel like that scent is definitely has more layers. It's a little more sexy and in your face, especially with like the pink pepper and stuff. But I think this is like a safer, sweeter version of that scent. Like, it doesn't have as much pepper and wood. It's just more crowd pleasing, I would say, and more likable and easy to wear. Definitely reminding me more of like Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla. Like, it has just kind of this almost flat vanilla mixed with something woody and cashmere. Definitely one I need to get to know a little bit better, and maybe I'll have a different experience when I wear her. I will report back to you guys, but so far I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It's nice. It's probably going to be a great layering scent, but it's not knocking my socks off as far as the scent, and it's also not something I have not smelled before. So yeah. Speaking of our girls, next up, so this is the new Rare Eau de Parfum by Rare Beauty and Selena Gomez, and it does have the notes on the box. I love when the fragrances just have the notes on the box, y'all. Like, that just takes out one extra step for me. Oh my god. Warm and decadent with a touch of spice. Top notes of caramel, pistachio, and pink pepper. Heart notes of ginger, cocoa beans, and vanilla. And base notes of sandalwood, tonka beans, and skin musk. So all of those notes sound really, really nice. Here's the bottle. So cute. This will be such a cute perfume to travel with. And I love that you can lock it and unlock it so it doesn't leak. So that is genius. Like, that alone gets 10 cool points, okay? Because you don't see perfumes doing that. But I'm going to go ahead and just take a risk and just do this as a on skin spray. Ooh, that mister. Did y'all see that? That came out so dope. Wow. That literally came out with like a... Selena. Girl. Y'all. This is Burberry Goddess. Like, hello? Hello. If y'all have been along my fragrance journey over the past couple years, y'all know I went crazy over Burberry Goddess. I've gotten dupes of her. I've identified it as one of my signature scents in life. I wear it regularly to this day. So I'm very familiar with the scent's DNA, and this literally smells like Burberry Goddess. Like, I'm kind of shocked actually. But as it's drying down, I will say this. I don't get the lavender that is in Burberry Goddess, and this almost has a more pronounced cocoa in here. I'm definitely getting more cocoa in here than I got in Burberry Goddess. But this is definitely a very aromatic, sweet vanilla with a little woody nuances as it's drying down. I'm not really getting a ton of pistachio. I do smell a hint of caramel and the pink pepper. I'm absolutely getting that in the opening. It's kind of giving you that like tickling your nose effect. And especially definitely getting ginger, definitely getting vanilla, definitely getting cocoa beans, sandalwood, tonka, and musk. This basically smells like Burberry Goddess. It doesn't have as many of those aromatic factors as Burberry Goddess. So without that lavender, it's really just making it almost a little bit more of a smooth version of that. But as it's drying down, I'm definitely getting more of the cocos and the tonka beans. Kind of reminds me of Lattafa's Angam, but it really just smells almost like a less perfumey version of that, if that makes sense. Like, if you felt like that scent was too mature smelling or perfumey, this is almost like a scaled back version with a hint more sweetness, if that makes sense. And no lavender. So, but it's still in a way without lavender smells almost identical to that scent. Yeah, y'all, I'm very surprised that this literally smells like that. So it's hard for me to be objective at this point because that is my favorite, one of my top 3 signature scents at this point. So am I mad to have something in my collection that I can literally throw in my purse that is basically the same scent, that is just super cute, that I can use and lock it and throw it wherever, girl? Like, no, I'm not mad at this at all. I think this is super cute. I think the packaging itself is genius, and I think this is a great option for someone who may have found Burberry Goddess too challenging, or you want a more cost-efficient version that is just really, really cute to carry. Like, I think this is a great option as well. But as far as originality, I definitely would have hoped for something different. You are looking for something unique. This is not that, which is kind of unfortunate because obviously we would hope for something a little bit different. Does that mean it smells bad? Absolutely not. This smells amazing. And I'm excited to wear it and see kind of like you know, the wear time and how it performs, how it changes on skin as I wear it. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It probably would have been a 10 out of 10 if, again, this was more of a unique experience and it wasn't something that I have already smelled a million times. But that does not take away from the fragrance itself, that I think it still smells incredible, and I really, really love this. So as it's drying down, y'all, I'm definitely getting more cocoa. So this is absolutely sweeter than Goddess without that lavender. So if you're wanting something without lavender or something that smells sweeter that's in that same family, you probably should check this one out. And last but not least, had to save our girl Jackie for last. This is the newest flanker in the Forever Mood line, which is called She Was Here. And I am so excited about this one, y'all, because the girlies have been saying that this is a rose, pistachio, all of the things that I love. So let's read the notes and then we're going to get into it. So this one has notes of roasted pistachio, Turkish rose, vanilla milk, and it says, for the girl that leaves an impression wherever she goes. Hello. Like, that is a season of life that I'm personally walking into, so this could not have come out at a better time. Let's hope that this is going to be like a good, like, transitioning into fall scent. I currently don't own any full-size bottles of the Forever Mood line. I got really close to pulling the trigger on the lemon one, the yellow one, because y'all know that's like my fave, but I felt like it just smelled too similar to some other things that I had and I didn't need it at the time. But that's not to say I won't go back and buy it. I also really, really like the clear one, the one that's kind of like a musky, fruity fragrance. That one was really, really nice too. Let's see if I love my first full-size bottle, because I just went ahead and just got the full-size, girl. So here's the bottle. It's like a really pretty, almost like a cocoa brown color, like a maroon. I'm gonna spray this on my hand too, because why not? Yum. I'm definitely getting pistachio. Ooh, that is nice, y'all. You know what's crazy? I feel like lately when I see pistachio as a note listed in fragrances, like especially the couple that I had in here that had pistachio, I didn't necessarily smell the pistachio. I smell it in here, and the fact that it says what, it's roasted pistachio, I absolutely get that, because it is kind of like a, not smoky, but a richer pistachio scent, that, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I'm getting that salty sweetness that you smell in pistachio, like your Cheirosa 62, Sol de Janeiro, things like that, but it's got some body to it. So I'm wondering, I think that's maybe coming from, yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's truly a roasted pistachio that smells good, but I'm definitely getting, ooh, I love, ooh, y'all, this, oh, this is good. Okay, boom. For my rose lovers, think like Zara's Rose Gourmand or Mancera's Roses Vanille with an added roasted pistachio note. That is what this is giving me. This is a very beautiful, like, not matronly, not old-fashioned, but this is a very beautiful, modern, like, delicate rose with that creamy vanilla milk, almost like a rose milk bath or something, with that pistachio sweetness. Y'all, this smells really good. Ooh, and it's getting sweeter on skin, y'all. Oh, I'm excited about this. I am so happy I got the full size. Girl, this smells so good. Okay, I think it's safe to say this is probably my favorite from this entire video, and hilarious that I left it for last. But yeah, my first impression of this, she is a 10 out of 10. I'm excited to wear this and play around with her, because I think this was the first one from the Forever Mood line that I had like this type of reaction to, that I'm like, ooh, like I'm happy that I have this in my collection, because this smells similar to a lot of things, but I would not say this smells identical to anything. So I really appreciate the originality of this. I love the color of the bottle, and I love the time of year that this was released, because this is very much a scent that can carry you throughout the seasons, because it has different things that are going to really thrive in heat or in the cool weather. So yeah, Jackie girl, you did that. I really love what I'm smelling right now, and I'm hoping that she has, you know, great wear time and things like that. So of course I will update you guys as I wear her and get to know her a little better, but right now I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10 based off of my first impression. This also kind of reminds me a little bit of the scent DNA of Sniff's Healed Away with Alex L, like in that same kind of family where it just has this warmth about it. So yeah, I'm really a fan of this one, y'all, and I cannot wait to play around with her a little bit more. All right, y'all, that is it for this fragrance haul of some new releases to the market. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said earlier in the video, I do have another perfume haul of just some fragrances that are new to my collection in general that are not necessarily the newest of releases. So stay tuned for that. But if you guys have tried any of these, I am very curious to hear your thoughts. I love chatting with y'all in the comments, and I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about these scents. Feel free to drop me a comment in the comments below if you guys have tried any of these, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.